Keisha with Healthy Living. Today our guest is Keisha Place-Fensel. Hi Keisha, thank you for joining us today.
Hi Nancy, thanks for having me.
So today we're going to talk about the TRX suspension trainer, which has become a tremendously popular class here at Ames Parks and Recreation. So first question is, what is the TRX?
The TRX actually got started with the military. They are using these types of straps for individual body weight to incorporate strength training. And as you can see, the strap doesn't take up a whole lot of space. So when they're out on the ships or different things like that, they can have equipment without needing a lot of space and that type of thing. So it is a full body workout. It is a strength training workout. You can incorporate cardio into it as well, but it's going to give you a full body overall workout with it.
So who do you see in our TRX classes? Is it appropriate for beginners to exercise, or?
Yeah, it can be a little bit more challenging for them because it does incorporate balance. It does incorporate a lot of core strength, which sometimes people struggle with balance and core strength, and so for those individuals it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but that doesn't mean that it's not doable. You are adjusting your body position according to the strap to give you either more or less weight to pull against. So you can make it easier, you can make it harder based on your position relative to the strap. You can also make it easier or harder by going to single leg versus double leg, or single arm versus double arm, and those types of things are going to challenge the individual sides of the body as well as the core. And so there's ways to make it easier and there's ways to make it harder for different levels of experience.
So for the advanced exerciser, it's a great workout, isn't it?
Yes, you can definitely make it very challenging for them.
So we're excited at Parks and Recreation to offer a variety of TRX classes. We have regular TRX training, which I know you teach here. Tell us a little bit about your TRX classes.
I have been teaching TRX here for 6 years, and with the TRX classes that I teach, we do full body strength, full body cardio. So it's just a regular TRX class. It doesn't have the fusion or the cycling involved like some of the other classes do here. Okay.
So that leads me to my next question, TRX cycle.
Yep. So TRX cycle starts out with the cycling, and then partway through the class, move the bikes out of the way, pull down the straps, and hit some strength. And it's a great way to get a warm up with the cycling before going into the strength training, to kind of get that body nice and warmed up, and then you can hit the strength.
Get that cardio and that strength in there. And then TRX Fusion is a new class that we've been introducing in the last year.
Yep. And so with that is the TRX, but it also incorporates some other types of equipment into the class, whether that is the kettlebells, whether that is BOSUs, just other equipment to kind of make it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more fun, and more unique.
Yes, and mixing it up is always good when it comes to TRX. So would you be so kind as to show me and our audience some exercises and how the TRX actually works?
Sure. Do you want to do the exercising, or do you want me to?
I would love to do the exercises.
All right, so we're going to start with just a squat.
Okay.
So with the TRX straps, a couple of things with the focal point being up here at the beam. The further away you are from the beam, the easier it's going to be.
Okay.
The closer you get to the beam, the more you're pulling up your own body weight. So it's going to be more challenging.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to start with those handles in your hands. Yep. And just go ahead and start with a squat. So you're just going to squat down and come back up, down and up. You can add in as you come up, kind of pulling those arms up so that you're getting both arms and legs with this.
So you kind of, after you do a couple, you kind of adjust your feet for your comfort level.
Yep, and where you feel that you need to be to give your body the best workout, whether that is an easier day or a harder day.
And the learning curve is pretty fast with them. I mean, people
pick up
pretty quickly.
Yeah. Usually with the first class, people walk out of here and they're just, oh my gosh, I can hardly move. My legs are like jello, or whatever the case might be, depending upon where the main focus was for that class. But I always stress, it gets easier.
It gets
so
easier.
stick with it, and when you stick with it, it does get easier.
And usually they're a little sore the next day.
Sometimes it's 24 hours, sometimes it's 48. It just kind of depends on the person. Yeah. So with that squat, you can change it up too. So we talked about doing the single leg or doing the doubles. We can switch this to a single leg. So if you want to change that over to single leg,
again, making my adjustment.
It's gonna, and it's gonna make you work your core a little bit more. It's gonna work those stabilizing muscles around your ankles a little bit more, and it's gonna isolate your legs so that they're not working together, but they're working independently. So if you have one leg that's stronger than the other, it's gonna force that weaker leg to start to get stronger without having the support from that stronger leg there.
So it can't cheat.
Exactly. So it's another way to just improve the strength.
Okay.
So there's some lower body exercises. We can also do some upper body if you want to do bicep curls. So keeping those elbows high and then fists come back by the ears, curling up. And again, you can adjust the body forward to make it more challenging.
So if I bring my heels closer, it's a lot harder.
You're pulling up a lot more of your own body weight.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so really just playing around with it.
Finding that, that
and
level.
You can tell what is a good level for pretty quickly.
And if you want to do just 3 or 4 bicep curls and really go hard, that's where you move way forward with your feet. If you want to make it more easier and move yourself back, it'll make it where you can go 15, 20, 30 reps. Okay. So we've got some of those types of things. We also have upper body. One of the new moves that I've incorporated into my classes recently is the lat pull down, and they really struggled with it at first in terms of form, but once you get the form down, you can really feel it in your lats. So what I want you to do is to think about arms extended straight, sitting back into a chair, and you're going to keep this form the whole time. Okay, kind of leaning back on those heels. You are going to literally just rock forward onto your toes as you come up without adjusting this angle. So you're going to get a quad burn. Nope, we're not standing up.
Oh, I'm not standing up.
Nope. So you're literally rocking forward.
Sure.
And pulling.
Okay, gotcha.
Now pulling these down behind you.
Okay.
Like you would in a lap machine.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So trying not to stand up with the legs, you're just rocking back and forth on those feet.
Oh yeah, I feel that.
And you're gonna feel
my legs.
You're gonna feel it in your legs because you've got your quads burning. It's just sitting in a kind of a chair position, but you're also gonna feel that in the lats.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
So you can get some double body motion or double areas in your body where you're working at the same time.
What about a cardio move? Show me a cardio move that we'd see on the TRX.
So one of the things that you can do with cardio, what I'm going to have you do is loop these together, and we're going to drop them down.
And the one-handle mode is great. I mean, it just changes everything up.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is a single leg burpee. Okay. With
the make you work.
I am going to make you work. So with the single leg burpee, you are going to be working the entire body. We're going to work the core, we're going to work the arms because we're going to incorporate a push-up in there. You're going to work the legs, and you're going to throw in some cardio because when you get to the top, you're going to jump.
Got to add that little jump.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to put one foot into the loop that's on the bottom, and you're going to turn and face me.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you're going to come down. You know how a regular burpee works, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to come.
Got a few of them.
Okay, good. So you're going to come down onto the ground.
Okay.
You're going to go into a push-up position to do a push-up. You're going to put that, plant your left foot back on the ground, and when you come up, you're going to come up into a hop.
Okay.
All right?
Ready? Here we go.
I'm ready. Up, hop.
Oh yeah.
So you're working the entire body. By doing single leg burpee, it's incorporating that core for stability. It's also incorporating cardio because now you've got the jump added in. You're working the chest and biceps by adding in that push-up. And so overall, you've got an entire full body strength and cardio just by doing that one move.
And let's not forget balance.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of balancing that goes on to that when you have one foot suspended behind you. And
exactly.
That's good. Okay, I'm breathing real heavy here. So,
that's good.
Only 3 of them.
That's good. That means your cardio's up.
I know. Good. All right. Now the one thing with the TRX that I know people just love and attracts them to the TRX is core.
Core is a big one.
It is a big one.
Because there's so much instability with the straps, there's a lot of core activation going on throughout almost every movement that you do, if you really focus on isolating and tightening up the core. Even with the squats, even with the bicep curls, if you're not moving through the pelvic region. So core is used throughout the entire thing. But there are specific maneuvers we can do to incorporate and isolate just the core.
Okay.
So what I'm going to have you do is put both feet into the strap down like you would get into a plank.
All right.
And with this, I always say you can be on your elbows or your hands. We don't have a mat down underneath us. This floor is pretty difficult, so we'll have you probably do it on your hands today.
Yeah, I can do both.
So what you're going to do, Nancy, is you're going to come into plank. You're going to extend your feet straight out long. One thing we can do is just hold plank. By having your feet suspended, that's going to definitely incorporate the core.
Challenging right there. Absolutely.
But what we're going to do is actually called pike. And so with pike, we're going to work those low abdominal muscles. We're going to take the hips straight up toward the ceiling and then bring them back down into the neutral spine position, just like you were with plank. And then come back up and back to neutral. So you can repeat this over and over, and that's going to work those low abdominals. You're working your arms a little bit by suspending yourself up, but you're working that core a lot.
Definitely feel it. And it takes a lot of strength. So
absolutely.
What a great way to develop
and
that core.
And to start out with those individuals who don't have as much core strength, starting out on the elbows definitely gives them more of a support system because they've got more of their individual body in contact with the floor. So it's not going to be quite as challenging as when you're just on your hands. You've got such a smaller amount of support with the floor.
So there's definitely ways to modify it for those people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which is good.
Exactly. So we're going to do one more core work where this time we're going to take those feet and we're going to take them to one side and slowly bring them back to center, and then to the other side and back to center. That's going to work the obliques a little bit more. Yep. So with this, you're not only working the rectus and transverse abdominis straight down the middle, but you're also working those oblique muscles off on both sides.
You can go a little faster.
You can go faster, exactly. You can go slower. You can even add a crunch straight up the middle in the middle of that if you wanted to as well. So
there's quite a variety of exercises
that there is
that you can do on the TRX, and again, so much of the core is engaged with all the exercises.
Exactly.
Out of all the classes I've taught, this one uses the core the most. I feel it the next day.
It's a full body workout.
Yes. Yes. So it's great, and we're again excited to bring some of these new TRX classes to Parks and Recreation and have a variety, and hope people of all levels can join in our TRX classes.
Absolutely.
So if you would like more information on our TRX classes or any of our group fitness classes, you can contact me at 239-5353 or check out all our new fall programs online at amesparkrec.org. Keisha, thank you so much for joining us and teaching us about the TRX suspension trainer.
Thank you for having me.
Great information. I'm Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living, and remember, it's never too late to get fit.